Dim dim dim. Here we go again. Of course, as always. It's Thursday, 18th of February. And my day was pretty okay. I had something to do at work, so that's good. Otherwise, pretty chill day so far. Now, time for some chill sculpting, continuing my Resident Evil 8 fan art of Lady Dimitrescu. And also, of course, we're gonna do the quick sketch before we do that. 30-minute quick sketch as always. And then I also want to show the renders from yesterday, from the finished recreation of my 2-year-old project. I rendered those while I was working from home. They took around like 1.5 hours. I wanted them to be quite high quality. So yeah, we can look at those. And then we will just continue working on our long-term project, the Resident Evil 8 fan art. And yeah, just gonna talk about different topics. I would say everything's ready for the good old quick sketch. So let's pull up the random number generator from 1 to 10. No, hell, hold on. Is it 10 or is it 11? Let me pull up my 3D scans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 unused 3D scans. My plan is probably to either add more once I've used all of them, or like for a while I'll just like not use any of those 3D scans. I think I tend, or like I would probably prefer to, for at least some time, to just do whatever I want and not have to implement an object. So I think I'm gonna stick with that and just do whatever I want. So let me switch to screen cap. There we go. As you can see, there's my good old random number generator. And let's generate our number. Number 6. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, that's the right folder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, another dinner plate. Okay. Let's see. I think the first dinner plate came out pretty well. At least the quick sketch where I used it. I think that was like one of my best ones so far. Let me pull this over here and then append this. And let's go to collections. There you go. Let's event this boy. There's the good old dinner plate. Oh, wrong deletion. I want to delete this sphere. You make this smaller because it's pretty big. And then let's check if we have textures already applied. 2, 1. Let's put it to 2 meters. Like that. Okay, let's apply the scale just to be sure. Let's look at the dinner plate. Are the textures already applied? No, they're not. Of course not. Let's do that real quick. We pull up our shader option. Shader interface, and we have our textures over here. Let me switch back to Blender because we don't need the screen cap anymore. There you go. And let me pull up my 2 textures. There's one, and I think this is the other one, I guess. Let me... do we have 2 sides? Oh, we do. Okay, reverse and obverse. I guess this one's the top. Okay, so we have to put this in here. Like that. Easy peasy. Put the shader in there. Copy that. Put that in here. There you go. And we have our plate. Perfect. Okay, I think with this one I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna shatter it like the first one. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I think... yeah, let's see what we can do with this. First of all, I'm gonna pull up my countdown so everything's ready. Let me first check if my connection is looking good, because yesterday I had some stream quality problems. Seems like everything is good, but only in the later half, which is good. At least it wasn't like lagging the whole time. I had quite some serious disconnects and frame drops. I hope this doesn't happen today as well. I think that was just like a one-off thing. It never happened before, so I don't think that's gonna happen again. I don't want to jinx it though, so let's not talk about it anymore. Okay, I have my countdown. Everything's ready, so I think we're ready to go. 3. Oh, of course, hold on. I want to record my quick sketch. There you go. And oh, countdown is ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so let's go. This dinner plate, do we want to keep this shape? I think I'm going to do something else with this. So let's first of all remove the textures we so carefully applied to them. Over here as well, I don't even need 2 textures, so we only need 1. There you go. We apply everything, assign that to there. Then we go ahead and give this not a principled BSDF, we just give it a principled volume. This is my new favorite node, at least because I found a new trick that I want to use more often. If you then go to rendered view, you can see not a lot, because let me just to see better, just apply an HDRI. Or is it my good old HDRI folder? There it is. Let's just use this one. There you go. Okay, as you can see, it's very see-through. Let's change that. The density is very low. So we can just go in ahead and put this to, actually, okay, let's put this to 100. Oh, there you go. Now it's basically solid. Make this smooth maybe, so it looks better. Actually, let's see what the topology looks like. Okay, you have this dot in the middle. Let's fix that real quick. What you can do is just delete this, and you can go ahead and select this circle and say grid fill. There you go. You can then determine how the grid should be applied. We can change the offset. There you go. This looks better. Do the same on at the bottom. Select the edge ring, the vertex ring, or whatever you want to call it. Grid fill. Oh, doesn't work. Why not? Oh, I selected the wrong one. This one should work. There you go. Let's make it the same as you can also see at the top. There you go. And we have a good topology. Then we can just go ahead and apply a subdivision to make it more round, like that. Okay, next up, let me actually nope, I'm gonna keep it like how it is right now. No, now let's go back to rendered view, and we're gonna change this shape. Pretty simple, pretty easy. What I'm gonna do is use a texture. Let's use a noise texture because that's the easiest one. Apply a mapping node, put that to object. There you go. And then we can play with this. Maybe put the detail down, the roughness also, and then change the scale. And what we then need is just a color ramp. Put that in there. And we also need a math node. Put that to multiply and put that to 100, the bottom value. There you go. Plug in the value into the density. And there you have it. We then can change the shape, basically. What we can do is, for example, pull this higher, and you can see it gets some holds. We can make these holds really, really exact, not like with straight edges. And I want to change this to something more. Let's see, I want to have more holds. maybe like that. Change this scale. Ooh, looks almost like some corals. Okay, let's use this. Go back to solid view. We can then go in here and select a few of those dots or vertices, I mean. Go to proportional editing, use maybe smooth should work, and we move it down. Like that. Let's see it in rendered view. There you go, perfect. Maybe let's change the shape from the bottom as well. We can go ahead and select all these faces. There you go. Maybe push it higher. Like that. We want to have some structure, so it shouldn't be completely leveled out, but it shouldn't be as round. Okay, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and create something else. We move this to the side. We need it later. First of all, we need a UV sphere. Should we use a UV sphere? I think I'm going to use a cube. Let's go ahead and apply a subdivision surface, maybe 6. And we apply a displacement as well. Make new texture. Create maybe clouds, or let's go to... Let's look through a few of those. Plastic wall in. Wall out. Okay, let's go with that. Hard. We could use this later. So let's put that to the side, make a new cube, apply another subdivision surface, make a new texture, and there you go. Of course, we need to apply another displacement. Select the second texture, and we can change this. Let's just use clouds. I want to make some rocks. So I'm going to use this. Put this maybe too hard, actually. Oh no, let's give it as soft. Change the size. These should be pretty, like, they should be rough, but not too crazy. I think that looks pretty okay. Put that to smooth. There you go. Go ahead and change the strength. Maybe to something like that. That looks pretty okay. We can then rotate that like that. And we can duplicate it. We can rotate it to give us some more rocks. Let's go into camera view down here, so we can actually frame the image. There's the camera. We make a focus empty, my new favorite thing to do. I want to test something though. Let's use a track 2 and put that on the empty. We then go to the empty and let's move all these geometric objects into the geometry folder. Call that empty focus, and everything's sorted now. We use this camera. We can move it now, and as you can see, track 2 I think works better than just damp track, because hold on, let's see if I can move my camera now. Okay, so it depends on what you want to do. If you use damped track, it's gonna keep the camera Z rotation in mind as well. If you don't use track 2, you have to adjust the Z rotation manually. That's why I wanted to try the other option, the track 2, because I think that could be more helpful in most cases for me. Let's make this one a little bit flatter. Just looking for a nice distribution like that maybe. This one can also maybe be rotated a little bit more. Okay, this looks pretty okay. Let's position our camera. We want to have it more at the top. So we move this focus over here, and we can move the camera. Maybe something like that. We move the focus over here, and we can put the camera closer. Like that. Okay. Next up, we use this plate. We can use this plate by just rotating it at to some degree. like that. Place it on here. Might look weird right now, but I'm going to show you what I mean when what I want to do with this. Let's put in one more, scale this down, make it smaller, rotate it a little bit more, put it over here. And some rocks with some plates put on them. Let's see, and we want to have maybe one more over here. A nice trio of plates. A little bit bigger, so it's like right in the middle in terms of size. Put that over here. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to rendered view in here. And as you can see, you might already know what I'm going for. Let's pull the camera back a little bit, and then let's use this cube, or yeah, that's going to be another coral. As you can see, I want to go for some coral-like structure. Let's go ahead and, okay, it already has subdivisions of 6, so I guess I just want to keep this how it is. Maybe we can, no we can't, okay. If you use displacement, you can't use adaptive subdivision. That's not too bad. Let's put that maybe over here in the middle, right in there. Make it bigger. Okay, maybe one more. Put that over here. Make it way bigger. This one can be more of a focus or stand in contrast to the corals in the foreground, like that. Then I'm gonna add one more thing, which is a sphere. Put that over here. Apply maybe 1 or 2 subdivisions. I think 1 should be enough. Then we go ahead and go into the hair particles and we change the length. Let's see what looks good. Actually, we want to scale down this sphere. Okay, you might see what I'm going for, maybe not. I'll show you in a second. Change the length. It's pretty long right now. I think this should be enough. Then we can go over here, change the, we don't need children. We can just go ahead and put a rendered view so we see what the hair looks like, and maybe make it even smaller, like that. We can actually no, let's go back, and we change the hair shape. We change the tip to something higher, not the tip, actually the root. The root, let's put that to 3, maybe even let's say 5. Okay, we want to fill out this whole sphere, so let's add some more. Actually, let's just use children interpolated, and that's way too much, so we change that maybe to 2, maybe to 3, and change the amount to 3 as well. There you go. We can then place this somewhere on here. Let's go back to solid view so we can see what we're doing. And we place this maybe in here. This looks pretty cool. We can then place a few more, maybe over here, like a small one, like a baby. And then make this smaller. Actually, we have to separate this. So we separate this hair particle system, make it smaller, and make the length also smaller, like that. We move it over here, put that over there, maybe in this like small crevice. We duplicate this one more time and put it over here. Nice. Okay, do we need something else? We could maybe, oh, I want to add one more thing. Let's go ahead and add another, let's add a cylinder, move it to the side, then go ahead and scale it down. Let's also delete these faces. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Faces, this one as well, and make a nice grid in here. Grid fill, there you go. Let's rotate it. Okay, nice. Do the same at the bottom. Rotate it. Nope, other way. Nope, one more. There you go. Then we can go ahead and apply a subdivision, 1 or 2. 1 should be enough for now, because we want to use another displacement. we make a new texture, go ahead and use that texture and use maybe a clouds texture. Not too big though. Actually, let's not use clouds, let's use wood. Looks weird right now, maybe we can change it to something better looking. Not saw, try. Let's use sign. Let's use band noise actually. Okay, now we use the size, make it way bigger. Turbulence can be a little bit bigger. So it's like wavy. Then we use this setting here to change the strength. So it's just a little bit wavy like that. We can then, I guess, use it how it is now. We just put it over here to the side. Make it smaller. Okay, maybe put it more into the stone. Rotate it a little bit. And there you go, one more. I'll make this one smaller, and there you go, too small. I guess wall corals. And that's basically everything we need to add. Then we can work on the shading. We have 15 minutes already, almost left. So let's save that real quick, and then we can work on the shading. Quick sketches, 18. Quick sketch day 18. Save it, and let's work on the shading. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and change the background because I don't want to see the background right now. So let's remove this. Actually, we can keep... Let's see, maybe we have a different... This one looks pretty okay. Let's apply it to see what it looks like. It's pretty yellow, but I think we can keep it. Now let's use our good old trick. Use shader, mix shader, put that in there. And then we use the light path node. Put the camera ray into the factor, put the background into the shader. And there you go. We then can apply a nice gradient to this background. Gradient texture, put that, oh, hold on. Let me put the shader back in. Color into color. There you go. We need a mapping node. Okay. We use maybe object. Okay, it doesn't really change anything. So then we just use the rotation, which doesn't do much on the... Oh, actually it does. Let's use the Y rotation. Put that to 90 degrees and pull it down. Oh, hello. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Put that all the way down so it reaches the bottom of the frame. There you go. And now we can change the color. We can do that very easily by just adding a color ramp, put that in there, and change the color. Maybe up there, more like a pretty bright blue, pretty saturated though, and then down here we use something more darkish blue. Or actually something darkish purple. Let's see what works. Like that, make it darker. And this one can be a little bit darker too, I guess. We want to have it as a background, so it shouldn't be too bright. We could keep that for now, and then just use another color adjustment node, which is the brighten contrast. Put the brightness down. Oh, that's too dark. Okay, that's quite a aggressive node. Let's see. Let's just use this one, I guess, without changing it to something darker. Okay. Let's then work on these corals. First of all, let's change the stone. Go to object. We don't have a material for the stone. Let's switch to material preview so we can see what the changes actually do and make a new material. We then, first of all, make the stone material by, I guess, just using a noise texture. As always, good old noise texture. Put in a mapping node so we can adjust it a little bit better. maybe put in something like that, change the detail to something higher, and there you go. Looks pretty okay. Then we use a color ramp to adjust it a little bit more, make the colors a little bit more drastic. Like that. Maybe we could even put in some... Okay, this looks pretty okay. Change the distortion just a little bit more like that. Okay. Let's actually make these colors a little bit more drastic. More like that, because we can use this. Or a good old color mix RGB. Put that into the factor as a mask. We can then look at this color, and as you can see, nothing happens because we have to change the color first. Let's use a green for this. Let's go down here and change it to something gray, and then now we can adjust it some more. We can maybe even use this noise texture, maybe change this a little bit, maybe put the distortion down to 0, and then change the scale a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, and we put it into the color. Okay, first step done. Let's look at the mix color. Okay, we see we put it in the wrong socket. Let's put it down there. And there you go. We can change the color by using a color ramp. Just make it darker. And there you go. Next up, we could also use this as our bump map. So yes, let's just use another color ramp. Put in a bump map. Put the color socket into the height, normal into normal, and factor into factor. Nothing happens because we have to plug in the shader. Oh, and there it is. Nice. Okay. Before we change anything though, let's change the strength down. Oh, actually, let's put it maybe to 0.5. Not too crazy. And then I want to use this mask to change the bump a little bit more. What I want to do is put in a mix RGB, apply this mask down there. Okay, let's see what the color looks like. Kind of lagging right now, takes quite a while to load. Okay, as you can see, we can now go ahead and put that to multiply and put that to 1. This should change the bump a little bit. See, this should work so that the green parts that you can see in here are more soft than the rocky parts. So let's put that to something like that. I think that's better. Okay, now we can put this over here because we have to apply another or plug in another texture. Let's just use another noise texture. Put that over here. Use color ramp as always. Put it a little bit further back because we need some space. We can plug this into the color. Okay, we can then first of all change the color. Let's let's change the distortion a little bit. Detail can be lower, more like that. Roughness can be something like that. Let's look at the color now. Let's change it to something greenish. The bright parts can be something pretty desaturated, and the dark parts can be something more saturated green, maybe green yellow, like that. Make it darker, push it higher, something like that. Okay. Now let's go to rendered view to just look. Oh, actually you can see it down there. Okay. What we have to change now is go to material preview. Let's make this smooth first. Do that with all of those objects. We have 6 minutes left. Okay, this could be a little bit close, but let's do this. Let's try our best. Let's put in the shader. What I want to do now is use this. Actually, nope. What I'm gonna do. Okay, hold on. Okay, as you can see now, the green parts are smoother than the rock parts. Now what I want to do, let's actually dial this down a little bit, like maybe like that. Okay, let's use let's just adjust the roughness by itself, something like that. Okay, specularity can stay the same. Now we have some nice wet mossy rocks. We can then apply the same material to these two rocks, not this plate, this rock and this rock. Just link all these materials. There you go. Now we have 3 rocks. Let's maybe change the color a little bit, make it darker. Doesn't have to be this bright. More like that. Okay. Now let's use this one. We make a new material, of course, and then let's just work with those settings here. Let's make it a nice yellow. Maybe like this orange yellow looks pretty good. We use the roughness, put that lower. And then what I'm going to do is use a texture. What I'm going to use is a wave texture maybe. Combine that with a noise texture, put the factor into the vector. And we have these weird lines. Maybe change the distortion a little bit more. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe we can change the detail. And there you go. This looks better. Let's use this as our bump map. Pull up a bump map, put that in there. Normal into normal. Apply the shader. Waiting for it to load. 4 minutes left. Okay, let's change the strength, maybe to 0.2, not too much, and that looks pretty okay. Let's apply the same shader to this coral, but change it, so we disconnect it and change the color. Maybe something more orangey. Like that, make it darker as well. Something like that. Maybe change the saturation, maybe higher even. Like that, okay. Apply the same color to this. Link it, add material, there you go. What else? These things. I don't even know what they're called. I think barnacle. Change the roughness down, pretty shiny. And make this something bluish black. Like that, perfect. Apply the same material to these two as well. Material, and then all we have to change is this one. Apply the same material, but I'm going to change this as well. Make this something more purple. So let's go ahead and do that. Something nice and purple. And there you go. Last thing we want to change. How much time do we have? 2 minutes 57. Okay, let's change the plates. I can't even see them. There you go. Change the density maybe to 200. So they're pretty solid. And then change the color. Let's see. Maybe something blue we can't really see. Maybe something bright blue or red. Let's put red. This looks pretty okay. Then let's change the variation a little bit. Reverse, okay. Maybe change the color a little bit, not too much. So we can see a difference, but not too crazy. This one as well. Let's see if we can pull it higher. Oh no, let's yeah, I think that this looks yeah, I think this looks better. We could maybe even duplicate one of these stones and put them over here. Okay, now that looks weird. Let's go ahead and separate this as well, and then just change the color to something more orange, I guess. 1 minute 51. Okay, let's then work with some lights. What I'm gonna let's keep that light actually. This was pretty okay. We use a point light, put that to the front somewhere, or maybe even to the back. Here, some very simple lighting. Change that to something very high, 1000. And change the position until we have something good, like that. Looks pretty okay. Change the radius, make it smaller. Okay. As well, what I want to do is go ahead and go over here and apply another light and change that to a color. Maybe something bluish. Like that. Okay. This looks pretty okay. Maybe change the radius a little bit bigger. There you go. I then actually want to use this and apply depth of field. Just use the focus and change that maybe to 3, I guess. 3 should be pretty okay. Save it. And there you go. Maybe we can change the position a little bit. This focus, put that over here. Was more in the center. And maybe go a little bit closer. Actually, no, let's keep it like that. And then what I want to do as our last step, go to world and just make this a little bit darker. This one as well. And we have our image. Maybe very dark. 5 seconds left. Use every last second. And there you go. Perfect. This looks actually pretty cool. I like this one. Pretty chill. We could have maybe changed the shape on these corals, but whatever. Now it's too late. So let's save it one more time and let's do our first render. We don't need the timer anymore. Let's go ahead and put that to 50% because we're going to do a test render first. Switch that to the compositor. We don't need this stuff right there. And also put in a... Actually, no, let's not do that now. Let's switch to the... image viewer, render result. Nothing's here because we haven't rendered it yet. And I think we're ready. So let's hit... Actually, let's see if the samples are correct. Yep. Okay, render. There you go. Okay, as you can see, pretty colorful, pretty fun. They could maybe even have... Oh, hold on, what is that? Why is that? Why are they so low? These, like, corals so low in terms of geometry. Did I apply? No, wait, what? What happened to the to those? Oh, render, I have to put that to 6, okay. Now it should work. Let's do it again. Okay, looking pretty good so far. Yeah, looks better now. So, if I would have had more time, I would have probably added some atmosphere, some maybe flying, I don't know, some flying particles in the air. Also, what I want to change is this has to be to 5 render subdivision. And there you go. And save it one more time and render. Now we can work with this. I think now everything is set up properly. Actually, yeah, I think so. These barnacles also look pretty cool. Pretty simple, but also like very fitting for this image. Okay. The only problem with this method of creating solid organic objects is that you can't make them solid. Actually, you can. Damn, yeah. So if the volume reaches the edge of the object, then you can make it solid. Otherwise you can't. So you can, the surface, you can change the material, make it glossy, for example, but you can't do that when you want to change the inside parts where the volume is basically. Okay, let's go ahead and do some compositing. First in Blender and then in Photoshop. First of all, what I'm going to do is use a denoise filter as always. Denoising normal, denoising albedo, there you go. Perfect. Now, let's use a, I don't even know if we could use a, oh, not this one, a glare filter. Let's see. Ooh, we have some shiny spots. Let's use fog glow. Okay, it adds a little bit, so it's not too bad. If you put that 2.1, how much do we get then? Oh, okay, that's too much. Maybe 0.25. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now let's go ahead and maybe add the lens distortion as well. Put that to maybe 0.1, maybe even less. Just very subtle. 0.05. Yeah, just a little bit. That's what I want. Save it one more time and then put that to something higher. Times 4, 125, and also the resolution can be 100%. Save it and hit render. Photoshop is already open. Hey, what's up? Small but cool streamer. Hope you're doing fine. Hope your day was great. My day was okay. Nothing special, but also nothing bad, so pretty good. Doing my quick sketch right now, meaning 30 minutes of creating a project every day. And this is the final product for today. Some corals. I did some very slight post-production in Blender, and then I'm gonna switch over to Photoshop, finish the post-production, and then I'm gonna post it, and then we're gonna go over to the main project that I have currently. Oh. Okay, on my side, it seems to be pretty stable. I think it's on your side. Yesterday I had some problems, but when I did have them, have the problems, it would tell me in my Streamlabs software. So I think it's on your side today. Yesterday it was definitely on my side. I had like messages popping up every like 2 minutes, 56% dropped frames and all that. It was pretty crazy. This one takes quite a while to render. I think that's because we have added these very dense volumetric shapes. But shouldn't take too long. 2 minutes left. Okay. Nothing compared to the render I did today in the morning or throughout the day, where I rendered my interior recreation of my first ever finished project with like 600 samples, which took like 1.5 hours. Welcome, Mr. Viscus. I hope I spell your name correct. I was thinking about that today, whether or not I was like pronouncing it correctly, because I know you're from, I think it was Lithuania, if I remember correctly, and I would thought about maybe in your language it would be pronounced differently. I'm kind of like, I want to pronounce every name correctly. Almost done. 1 minute left. The renders, the interior renders are also a good opportunity to show how important post-processing is. So after you've rendered your image, either do post-processing in Blender using the compositor, or go ahead and use programs like Photoshop, or I guess GIMP you could also use. That's a free alternative. But as I said yesterday, you don't have to apologize to be late. It's your free time, and if you want to spend it by watching me, then I really appreciate that. Ooh, okay. Just saying. Good to know. Okay, two frames are still missing. There's one. Okay, one more. Come on. 2 samples. 18 seconds left. There you go. It's kind of cool how much stuff you can actually do with hair particles. Not only stuff like hair, actually, like how it's supposed to be used, but also these barnacles. Let's see if they're actually called barnacle. Translator. Is it a barnacle? Oh, no, that's something different. Let's see what it's... It's a sea urchin, okay?
Sea urchin.
Sea urchin, okay, never heard that before. You learn something new every day. And there you go, that's the simple post-processing. And let's save that real quick, and then we can go over to Photoshop. All that quick sketch day 18 and save it. Oh, before we do that, put in the resolution. Okay. Saved and ready to switch. Let's save Blender as well, and let's go to... Oh, hold on. Okay, there it is. Screen cap. There you go. Yeah, I do know the singer Justin Bieber. Why? Do you mean my hair? I know my hair is long. I don't wanna hear comments about it. Every barber is closed, so I decided to buy a trimmer last week, and I'm gonna use it this weekend. So you're gonna see me with shorter hair next week. Oh, of course, let me go to the folder. There it is. Put in the image. Okay. Or is it something else you wanna tell me that's related to Justin Bieber? Okay, let's put in good old lighting just to change it up, make it more dramatic. Make it not too bright, like that. This looks pretty okay. Oh. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. That's a nice fact I will keep in mind. Let's use dynamic. Let's see. Should we even change that? Yeah, it helps quite a bit to reduce the see-throughness of these corals. So like that should be pretty good. Saturation looks pretty good already, so we don't have to change much. Also, go ahead and first of let's use color logo. I think we don't have to change more than that. Let's go through all of these again and then select the best one. Okay. Oh, this one looks okay. This one looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to use that. This one. Let's change it up a bit. For example, let's see if the mix mode changes it, make it look better. Darker color. Oh. Doesn't really change much. Let's see. Oh. Wait, just because his name is like something else in Lithuania, it's like he won't be played on the radio? Is it like just they won't say his name, or like I don't know. I mean, definitely pretty funny. Okay, this change it. I mean, this lookup table removes the colorfulness or the saturation. That's why I think I'm gonna switch it back to something else. Oh, let's see. Warm look. I think this looks pretty good. Let's change the opacity. I think that looks pretty okay. Let's see if the clouds change much. Use render filter, difference clouds, and then let's see through these. Maybe it could give us some... Oh, like that. Perfect. Just very slight. Okay. I think that's pretty okay. Let's save that. And then... Quick sketch day 18 PSD. Perfect. Let's export it as a JPEG to make it way smaller than it is right now. Oh, you can already see, you saw a spoiler of my interior renders. Unbelievable. Quick sketch day 18, save it. And let's switch back to Blender. Hold on, there you go. And there you go. Okay, let me show you the final image one more time, and then I'll upload it real quick, and then we can go over to the first topic of today. First, the transfer, of course. Okay. Good old JPEG. Kinda wanting to work on my animation I'm working on right now. Like, kinda wanted to finish that pretty fast because I want to fill this void of like content or like stuff I'm doing, like this right now where I'm uploading the image. I want to fill this with something. I have something in mind, but it's gonna take a little bit before I'm done. See, now I'm just doing nothing because I read something or I'm trying to write something and I want to fill this with something. I have something in mind, but it's gonna take a while until it's done. Maybe I'm gonna work on this when I'm done with my other project. Or actually I'm gonna... should I... I'm gonna think about it later. Okay, I can show you one of the first, like a spoiler. Or actually what I'm gonna show you, what I wanted to show you anyway. Go to recreation. I mean, sure, go ahead. If you want to work, then don't let me stop you. There you go. I can show you the final image from yesterday. That's the post-processing version. Let me show you the comparison. Back there somewhere. Actually, in the first month, so 2 years ago. Let me pull up this one and this one. Okay, this is kind of annoying to navigate. There it is. Put that in there. Okay, so of course I had this first. That was the one from 2 years ago. My reference. This was the other reference from the whole room, and that's the new version with some detail shots I also rendered. And also this is before post-production and this is after. So you can see how much post-production can change an image. Let me show you some more images. You can see this one. You can see the particles of the tea in the tea itself. I don't like this reflection. I don't know if that's a bug or just a reflection that's supposed to look like this. It looks kind of like there's some glitch going on. Also, you can see any shadow on the ground. I don't know why that is, because I use cycles, so it should actually give me some shadow down there. I don't know why it's not doing that. Maybe because of some lighting settings or something. And then one more. This one. I like this one. You can see the dirt from the flower pot. I think this one looks pretty cool. Okay, so you can maybe let's go back to this one. You can look at this. I'm gonna finish my post. I mean, to be on Pixar, I have to be way more skilled, and that's why I'm working on all of this. I want to get better, as you do as well, I guess. Do you want to do like work with 3D in the future, like as your job, or do you just want to pursue it as your hobby? There you go. Okay, what do you want to call the coral image? Let's see. First of all, daily quick sketch, day 18. Quick sketch, day 18. What do you... Okay, so maybe that's because of my stream delay. I think I can change a setting to reduce the time. Maybe I'll do that next time. I think I can only change that when I'm offline. Oh, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna probably change the replay buffer or the stream delay to something lower, because 2 minutes is a little bit long. We sketch day 18. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. So, oh no, I removed your text. Okay, nice. So now it actually shows your YouTube comments as well. I think that's like a new feature, because before I think it only displayed Twitch comments. I don't know though. We sketch day 18. I guess just colors. Or let's call it let's call it organic colors. Yep, okay, there it is. Nice. You can't see the name fully. Maybe I can adjust that live. Let's see. Go to properties. I could make it smaller. Okay, now it's gone again. I can change the size of the font. Maybe if you put that to 16. Okay. So now it should be smaller. I kind of want it, like, I don't want to have too much space for... You can see my mouse now, can you? Like, this shouldn't be too big because it's like my workspace and I don't want to have it occupy too much space. But I kind of still want to like display the whole name. Just kind of a... And I don't know how small I can make it. So I think this should be better now. It's now on font size 16. I think small but cool streamer, you sent your text right when I was changing the settings, so it wasn't displayed. Okay, let's quickly do this. I'm thinking about pausing my fan art and working on my animation. Maybe not today, but maybe next time, like next week. Because I kind of want to get this done, or I'm just gonna do like something different that I can put in as a placeholder first. Because I kind of like the effect of showing something finished and never having shown it before. That's understandable. Okay, post it, and there you go. Just so I don't forget it, I'm gonna post it on Twitter and Facebook as well. Shouldn't take too long. So I'm thinking maybe as a placeholder, I'm gonna make just a compilation of all the quick sketches I've done so far. Just like a animated, what do you call it? Maybe even looping DS show, and then play that while I'm uploading all that stuff, because right now it's just dead air. I mean, I'm talking, but it's not really like anything of value. Put that in there. Daily quick sketch, day 18. What was it? Organic colors. Organic colors. No, I mean, fan art is more meant as a just, what do you call it? Like an art piece dedicated to a certain object or game. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna recreate the character, like the main villain of Resident Evil 8, and I'm gonna put her in a pose, like make my own version of her, and like make an image, like an artwork of her, which I think is called an art. Like a fan art. That's what I mean with fan art. Not like dedicated to my viewers, for example. Okay, one more, and then I'm done. Shouldn't take too long now. Oh, missed the image. There you go. And daily quick sketch, day 18. Okay. Yeah, I know what you like I know you can easily confuse that with what you thought, so it's not a problem. Okay, easy, done. Maybe I should make like a speed run of uploading this, so I can improve my time of uploading this every time. And it's done. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, that's the final version of my remake from, where is it? Is it this one? Yep. So that's the first version, and then I first rebuilt this in the first stream, added some more stuff like the carpet and some more decoration on here, like the plant and a balcony, a different skybox, and then I just put in some, like added the shaders in the second stream. And then off screen I did stuff like refining the shaders, because some of them, like, because I had to rush a little bit because I wanted to finish it in 2 streams. Like the plant looks kind of weird. I would have changed that probably, and would have also worked on some of the shaders some more. But I wanted to finish it in 2 streams, so I was kind of rushing it. Let's save that and let's open our fan art. Nope, hold on. Recent. Where is it? Character 3. Yeah, sure. Hope you have a good sleep. Sometimes I'm never like a person that struggles to like get to sleep, or like get into deep sleep, if you call it that. I'm more sometimes struggling to wake up. Some people like have more the problem of actually getting to fall asleep. I'm more different, the opposite, where I struggle to wake up. So I hope you get some good sleep in. Good thing is, at least I usually don't wake up in the middle of the night, and even if I can easily just start sleeping again. Some people, it seems like if they wake up, they're like fully awake and can't sleep anymore. At least I'm kind of glad that's not me. Okay, so I think I'm gonna not work on her like big shapes anymore. I'm gonna work on some details, and I'm not gonna put in too much. Then I'm gonna go over to her body, finish that, and then I guess do her hair, or maybe even her head. I think I'm gonna do her hair first. Maybe just refine this, and then we can replace that later. Okay, let's see. Okay, what subdivision level am I? 3, okay. I think this looks pretty good. Maybe we can smooth some parts. Oh, hold on, wrong brush. Now it's more about some detail work, so we decrease the strength of the brush and work on some more detailed stuff and some subtle shapes. Yeah, for me, if I like maybe like concentrate on getting to sleep, it takes like a few minutes, I think. and then I sleep pretty heavy or pretty like deep. The only thing that could wake me up are like dreams I have sometimes where I like, it's like the half of my brain is still asleep, but the other one is like awake and tells me, okay, you have to wake up because there's something you have to do, for example. And then I just half awake, stand up, and for example, the one time I took my blanket, folded it, and then put it like on my chair or something, and then went back to sleep. And then I wake up with no blanket, which is kind of weird sometimes. One of those I had was where I dreamed that I just woke up and there were like 6 or 7 people standing around my bed, just looking at me and expecting me, like it felt like they expected me to do something, but well, I don't know what. So I was just sitting there and did nothing, and then at some point I realized, okay, that's just a dream, and I went back to sleep. I think if you have a good sleep rhythm, or like if you can sleep very easily, I think that's one of the best like traits you can have, because sleep is so important. And if it's easy for you to sleep, then that's even better. I listened to a podcast of like a sleep expert that was talking about the difference good sleep or good sleeping habits can make or can have. He talked about stuff like if you sleep, or in your sleep, your brain goes through all the information you gathered over the day basically, and then sorts out the good stuff and the bad stuff. Basically manifests or saves the important parts. So if you actually want to learn effectively, you should sleep a lot. Because in the sleep you actually save the data you've learned like on that day, or try to learn, keep in mind. Yeah, I back in the day when I was younger, I was sleepwalking as well, but back then I wasn't aware of it, so I was like fully asleep, but I was walking around. Now it's more, at least it's pretty rarely now, but when I had these active dreams, I kind of knew that it was like a dream, but I did it anyway. Or it was more like I was like I was just watching me do it, not really acting. I was also talking when I was sleepwalking, which was kind of interesting, but mostly just random stuff, nothing coherent. I think that mostly happened when I was like when we were on a vacation somewhere. Okay, let's smooth this a little bit more. Okay, I never had like a dream where I could actually feel the pain. That's I never had that. Was it like a lucid dream where where you know that you can dream, or that you're in a dream so you can control it yourself, or was it just like a feeling that you then were able to like recognize when you were awake? I never had that where I like felt pain. Only when I was like, oh no, it's getting worse and worse. Let me go back. Never had like a painful dream. Just of course, I guess everybody had those where you like die and then wake up and then you see, oh dude, it was just a dream, and then you go back to sleep again. But I think I've never felt like actual pain. Okay, I need my reference sheet. Okay. Okay, reference sheet is up. Let's see. Okay, the reference is really not helping me. It's too like the hat is always in the way of actually seeing her upper part of her face or head. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, adding a little bit of fat down here. Make her look a little bit older, not too much though, smoothing it out so it doesn't look too rigid. Okay. Okay, I think I'm almost done with this part. Like this subdivision level. Gonna go over to the next one. I think I was scared to go to sleep as well, but that was more like some door was open and then there was just pure darkness behind it, and then I always thought like there's someone watching. Okay. I had to recheck the anatomy on the cheeks a little bit so I know better how it is. How it looks. Let's make this a little bit puffier. Yeah, like the feeling or the uneasy feeling when you walk through a dark room is still something I can't get over. Just like, there's something behind me, there's something behind me, but there's never something behind me, of course. What I usually do is just take my phone and then watch something while I'm going through like the dark room, and then I usually don't think about it. Or I just think about something like funny or something else, then something like somebody's behind you, and then it usually isn't too bad. And of course, once you're in bed, you're safe. As always. Good old child logic. Okay. Okay. I think she looks way better now than she did before. Just changing these small shapes did so much to her. Okay. I think this can be a little bit lower. Like that. Yeah, hope you don't get caught by the dark man in the corner, and hope you have a good sleep. And of course, tomorrow morning. Thanks for coming and chatting. Okay, I think that looks pretty good now. So let's go over to the next step. The body. First of all, let's save, just to be sure. And let's work on her body. Let me go back a few subdivisions, maybe to 2 or 1. I think we'll go with 1 first. Let's go ahead and work with that. I will. Hope you create also some nice animations. See you then. Do I have any good shots of her body? Not really. This one looks pretty okay. You can see what I'm looking at, but not too important. Okay, let's give her maybe... She has quite a slender body. Oh. So we're gonna keep that in mind. But we also have to accentuate some shapes, because she looks... Right now she looks kind of like a mannequin, not really like a human. So let's change that. First of all, I'm gonna go into her armpits, make them a little bit deeper like that, and then the front here can be a little bit flatter like that. Okay. The arms look pretty okay. Maybe we can give her some more volume though. They are a little bit too thin for my taste if I compare them to the reference. always funny to think about all the stuff you've learned over, for me now, 2 years of doing something, like whether it is for me like Blender or another skill, looking back at how much you've accomplished or learned or whatever can be quite fun sometimes. Of course, you shouldn't do that too much. If you're like doing that every month, I don't think that's gonna be sustainable, because at some point you're just not seeing, or like if you revisit your progress every month, you may see some progress, but I think like some accomplishments, I would say, or yeah, you could call it progress, but I think doing it just sparingly is better, because then you can see the bigger picture easier. You can see how much you've improved in a certain way or topic or skill, and you can much easier compare like back then to now, because it's just not like split up in months, but actually like maybe even years or multiple months. Okay. Good thing is her arms don't have to be perfect, because they're gonna have cloth over them, like some clothing, but I still want to make them somewhat okay looking. So I'm not gonna just do nothing with them. And I think I'm gonna change the schedule or my plans a little bit. I think I'm gonna work on my second project on stream next week. I think that's a little bit, maybe a little bit more fun for me, because I know that it's not gonna benefit me only because it's like satisfactory to finish a project, but also it's gonna benefit my stream. So it has like a double bonus, or like a double advantage, I guess, or yeah. So next week I'm gonna change my big project to something else. You're gonna see that. Maybe not the whole process, but at least one part, because at least one of the parts I want to keep secret. The main part. Okay, first of all, then we have to change her body type or a bit of shape. She has quite wide shoulders. Her waist is pretty thin though. And we don't see this down here, so we don't have to change it too much. Also, let's put that arch more in there. Let's puff out her. Should we actually? Maybe not too much. Like that. That should be enough. Also, let's see a different image. This one maybe. First of all, let's put in the muscle structure. Okay. Let's go to the back first. Pull this higher. Okay. Now let's put in the latissimus. Should be too big. It's just very subtle. Okay. Also her... Hold on, I wanna look at my real life reference. I can't show you though, because it's like a naked boy, naked dude, for my anatomy reference. And I can't show that on stream, unfortunately. Okay. Um, that. Okay. That looks wrong. Hold on. She has quite a long neck, and it's quite quite thin. Let's push that more together. Also change it up here. Okay, that's better. Okay, also her neck looks like this more. Okay, perfect. We could maybe push her. Let's see if you can see it actually. You can't really, but you could maybe, we could push down her collarbone because it's pretty high up right now. Pushing this down could make her neck look longer. I think that's pretty good. Then change this. Doesn't have to be so apparent. Okay. Maybe make her neck a little bit smoother. I think that's better. Like that. Smooth this out as well. Maybe, let's see. Okay. First of all, I want to push down her neck from the side. More in here. Okay, you can't see much. Let's remove the hair for now. Okay, that's better. Push this back, maybe? Like that. Okay, that's better. Perfect. Next up, let's see, make this a little bit softer as well. Okay. Then we can put in some very easy, maybe not details, but just also big shapes to accentuate her shoulder. Put in the, what do you call that? I don't even know. The end of the, like the connection between the collarbone and the shoulder, which is right here. This sharp bone protruding up here. You can often see that in pretty slender females, even men. Or males, I guess. Okay. Then we want to change this. Not too steep. Make this a little bit softer as well. More like that. Okay. We can't put too much detail in here right now. So let's work on the main shapes, of course. I say it all the time, and sometimes I forget it myself. Let's keep to the main shapes. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... Oh no, that we can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna work with this. I was thinking about adding two like circles and form them first for the chest region before I add them to the body, so I have more liberty and can more easily make changes, but then that would change the topology, which is not good. So let's not do that. Let's use what we have. Of course, she's wearing a dress, so It has to be more tucked in. Also, let's go ahead and look at the... Do we have a side view? That's good. No, we don't. Okay. This one looks pretty okay. Okay, let's use this. Pretty fun sometimes recreating old art, because it's not only like a lane down, like a trip down memory lane, it's also a reassurance of how much you've learned, and also just a good comparison to see. It's not only like you see what you've done back then, and then you can like think about what you would have improved, but you can actually do it, which is kind of fun. Okay, let's see. Need a different reference. This one. Okay. It has to be more roundish, also more tucked in the middle. He has pretty big chests, if you want to call it that. We have to keep that in mind, so let's put that in here. The chest region is quite voluptuous, if you want to call it that. Voluminous, is that a word? I don't even know. I know so little. I'm unknowing. Okay, let's make this smoother. Taper that out. Oh. Okay, we could maybe even use this reference at least a little bit, because we can see the rounding down there. We can compare it to the current model. Okay. I think I have to pull them up a little bit. Pull them more to the middle. We can't see them anyway, at least not too well, so we don't have to pay too much attention, but this region is important. So that's what I'm paying most attention to. What I'm seeing is that because of the density of this topology right there, it has quite a mind of its own. It's not as like moldable, I guess, as I would like it to be. Which means if I, for example, smooth this, it takes the same shape that it had in the original model, which is kind of not helpful if you want to have a base mesh. Base mesh is basically just a mesh that you can use for every character. And if that's like, if you basically create the same character every time, that's not really a good base mesh, because you want to have multiple variations and want to actually create different outcomes for like characters that look different. You can still do it with this one, but it's not as optimized as it could be. So maybe I'll change that at some point, or maybe I just create a new one at some point. I don't know. Okay, let's see a different reference again. This one we already had. This one you can't see much. Okay, this one is pretty okay. Okay. Maybe... Oh, hold on. What was going on? Is my internet connection dying again? Oh my god, why is it... What is happening? Why is that happening? Oh no, I forgot to record. Oh my god. Why would you do this to me? You not... Wait, what? Okay. Now it's good again. Is it going down? I guess we just had a small blip, I guess. Okay, I hope that stays just a minor blip. Nothing big. I kind of want to keep my good connection streak up. Okay, I think her chest down here can be a little bit more, like a little bigger, more volume. Like that. Okay. Maybe go in here as well. And yeah, I think that's okay. We could maybe put in some more creases down here. Like that. Not too big though. Okay. Still working pretty rough. Okay. Let's see. Her arms look pretty okay. Her hands, we could maybe give some more love. Oh, wrong way. Oh, wrong way. Okay, put some more creases in here. In here as well. Her hands are actually pretty important for this piece. So we have to make sure we're paying attention to those. Let's give them some general shapes first and then we can adjust them later. Okay, they're pretty thin, so let's change that. Do we actually have some reference for her hand? We do. Okay, perfect. She has gloves on, which is pretty helpful, so we don't have to detail the fingers too much. Perfect. Give her some more thickness first. These fingers. Okay. Also from this angle, the thumb can be a little bit wider or thicker in terms of depth. More like that, okay. Let's use the brush and go in here and use the brush. Let's actually put in some more strength because now we're working on big shapes again, so we can be a little bit more dramatic or drastic with our strokes. The palm right there. Pretty simple, not too detailed yet, if I even detail it a lot. The hand is still one of the body parts that I'm not too familiar with. I've done some hand sculpts before, but it always feels like a little bit of like guessing. I kind of know the anatomy, but it's probably just have to do more to get more comfortable. Because some of these muscles or some of these maybe even veins and whatever, like fat pads and all that, I'm not really familiar with just yet. Her hands can be, let's put them more spread out. Okay, let's keep it like this for now. Should they be longer? No, I don't think so. They could maybe be a little bit... The hands could be a little bit slimmer, like that. Okay. Let's change the shape. Let's put a mask on this, so we're only working on this finger. Okay. That looks pretty good. Let's change the shape. Just small adjustments. They shouldn't be too big, because they're still supposed to be feminine. She's like a dominant character that's still like has some masculine traits, but also some like more feminine traits. We have to keep that in mind. She should appear more feminine than masculine, or I guess dominant. Okay, put in some early creases and then add some more volume. Okay, just very rough still. We're still on the same subdivision level. We don't really have to add a fingernail, but we could maybe just add the shape at the top as well, like that. We don't have to be too detailed. Because, as I said before, she's wearing gloves. Which is quite handy, because it's gonna save us a lot of time. Okay, first finger done. Okay, let's go to the next one. Mark it or mask it first. There you go. Extend the mask or define the mask some more. Like that. That should be a good mask. And before we go ahead, I'm gonna drink something real quick. Almost no water missing, left. Should be enough though for today. I'm kind of like the new character or the new animation I'm working on is more like has a stylized character in it. And I'm kind of excited to do something stylized because I mainly do realistic stuff, like realistic characters. And I think doing stylized characters once in a while is quite refreshing. Even just when I was putting in the like base shapes, it felt like kind of refreshing because you can kind of deviate from normal proportions. You can like accentuate stuff more. Is that the correct word? Let's see. Yep. You can accentuate different aspects. You can, like, it sounds kind of weird, but you can give characters more character. They can look more, or they can convey a character trait way easier than a real looking person or character, because you can stress what you want to convey, which makes it easier for the viewer to understand and also you to create. Okay, put in these bumps at the top, and then we're done with the second finger. Fingers or hands in general take quite a while. That's why I don't like working on hands, but it's important to keep working on them so you get better, because you can't just ignore them. Especially if you want to do this like professionally at some point. You can't just ignore a part and then you're expected to do what you've never practiced, and then you're like done for. So even if it's not fun, you have to do it. Okay. The fingers are still kind of weird, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it how it is. You can use the pose tool though to pose them a little bit better. Spread them out some more. Okay. Let's spread them out first. Go in here, put in a mask. Find the mask. Or remove the second finger at least. Okay. Good old pose tool. And move the finger a little bit more. Nope. 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 Right there. Okay. Let's do the ring finger as well, and then they should have enough individual space. Okay, perfect. Pull this more to the side over here, and that looks pretty okay. Down here you have these, like this part is further in front than this part. You have these creases going from the bottom to the top, followed by these, maybe not veins. Let me look up what it's called. Tendons. You have the tendons going from the fingers into the arm, or actually like the other way around, going from the arm into the fingers. Right there, and also right here, and of course right there as well. We don't have to put them in now though. Okay, let's see if the connection's still... Okay, it looks like I dropped some frames 9 minutes ago, okay. Let's see if that's stays consistent now. I don't know why it happens. Weird. It's even going higher now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm just gonna work on this, and if there's something big happening, I even restarted my router. Nothing. Oh, hello. Nothing worked. Maybe we just need a new router. Pretty old already, but I don't know how to set up a new one, so I'm kind of hesitant to do that myself. And getting a technician out here right now is probably not a either clever move or also even possible. I don't even know if that is a thing right now. The worst thing you can do is to work without reference. I don't have a hand reference right now. I mean, I have my own hands, but they're not really feminine looking, so I'm working without reference right now. Without good reference, let's say. But I think it should be good. Who needs reference? Don't say that. You should always use reference. You should never not use reference. Reference is your friend. It's not cheating. It's just helpful. It's like using a graphics tablet. It's just a tool for you to work easier and better. I mean, if you're comfortable with using a graphics tablet, of course. If not, then maybe you can use a trackball, or I think it's trackball. Trackpad, I don't know. No, trackpad is from a laptop, I think. I think the alternative to a graphics tablet is a trackball, like a mouse with this weird ball on the side where your thumb is. I think some people use that. I think I saw a video on that at some point. But I've never used one myself. Maybe it's more ergonomic, I don't know. I do not know. And I don't plan on using one, so I don't care. I mean, I kind of care because I'm interested to actually see what the workflow would be, but on the other hand, I kind of don't care. I forgot the bumps on this one, this finger. Put them in real quick and then we can go to the next one. Okay. Put in just some small details, define the form some more. Okay. It's almost weekend. Only one day left. Tomorrow's my chill day as well. All I'm gonna do then is do my daily quick sketch. And maybe if I feel like it, I'm gonna work on one of my videos. I have like, hold on. I think I have 4 videos I'm still, like, I've planned. So I want to get those done at some point. I don't know how many I can do in a weekend. Maybe I can finish 3. We'll see though. But if I finish 3, then I have like, actually, no, I think I have 5. So that's actually pretty good. So if I can finish 3 this weekend, I can publish 3 next week, and then I have 2 for the next week as well, like the week after. I'm kinda annoys me that I wasn't able to post something this week because I was unable to edit weekend. So I'm kinda glad that I can work on them this week, because it's like, it's just fun to work on them. Not only create them, but also like finish them, create a thumbnail, create a description, and even before that, creating like a narrative you want to tell in the video. It's all fun, and then the execution. Not only putting in and editing the footage, but also putting in effects or transitions, special transitions, animations, and all that. Just fun to me. I don't see it as a chore after I'm done. Like, the fun is over after I'm done recording. Now it's time for editing, which is horrible. Nope. Both is fun to me, so it never feels like a chore. At least not now. I don't know how I feel about it in the future. I think there are always, with every project, there are new challenges. And I think that's always exciting to me. Learning something new every project. Even if it's just a small thing. Maybe even just to get like more effective, or I don't know, more knowledgeable about a certain tool or new tools, new functions. That's all exciting to me, because I like to see me making progress or getting better with every project, or even just thinking about something I want to accomplish in that video and actually doing it. Like the Minecraft speedrun video. First of all, I thought, like, at first I just thought I would make like a small fun video, like a meme video basically, where I speedrun Minecraft. But then I recorded myself doing like an epic trailer voice, and then putting in an intro and all that. And of course it took way longer than I expected it to be in the beginning. Okay, we could maybe put in some more volume down there. I think the most annoying part about making characters like this is the rigging part. Rigging is, I think, the least fun part about making characters for me, because it's so tedious. You have to wait for every single bone. Like, I've only done it once so far, but I think you can never get rid of all the tedium that is included in working with rigging and animation. You can probably get like faster at it, and then it's not going to be as long, but still. It'll still take a while. Okay. I think we can go one level deeper now. She looks pretty good in terms of her base proportions and all that. So we can probably go a little bit like one subdivision level deeper or higher, whatever you want to call it. We don't have to pay attention to this part because we're going to remove it at some point, or just not put it in the frame. And everything else looks kind of pretty good. Oh. Okay. Perfect. Save it real quick, and there you go. Let's go back and put that to the subdivision level 2. Okay. Let's put in some more detail. I mean, you can't really see the body anyway, but it's still like good training to do it, so I'm still gonna do it. Maybe a little bit too much than I would maybe have to. It's my decision, okay? Don't judge me. Even like I haven't streamed for like a full month yet, but even now, just thinking back to my first streams, see so much improvement, not only in my presentation but also in my streams itself. Maybe not the connection. Let's see if that's better now. What is that? Okay. That's weird. 22 minutes ago. Okay, I think it's stabilizing. Maybe I should just not talk about it. Maybe that's better. Then it's just gonna fix itself, I guess. Hopefully. If I just not talk about it. I'm wondering if Twitch actually cares about, or like if titles on Twitch are like important, like what you put in them, but I think they're pretty useless, at least on Twitch. But I'm still gonna care about them because I'm streaming on YouTube as well, so on YouTube it's different because you have like discoverability actually. On Twitch it's more like, well, you have no viewers, hold on, you're never gonna be seen by any, so why would you care about your thumbnail? And on YouTube it's more like, hey, this title looks interesting because it got suggested to me. Maybe it's an interesting video or stream. Let me look at it. There is no like leaderboard or anything. It's just recommendations. Which is why one of my streams actually has like 80 views or so. Just because of the title, I would guess. I think I call it a different kind of body painting because I was painting textures for my character. And the thumbnail didn't even make sense. Like, it had no context to what I was doing. But I think the title was just so interesting that it was like catchy. Or got recommended to some people. Of course, it had no relation to anything in 3D, but well, whatever. I'm like, I don't even only want to cater to people that are into 3D right now, because I kind of want to show people that like even like show new people that you can have fun with 3D without being into it. Or maybe not into it, but thinking that it's too hard in the beginning at least. Or too hard to learn. I think if you approach it correctly, a lot of things aren't super hard to learn. But sometimes it's just easier to not do it. And I want to like show that you can have fun with 3D and not only make like insane, I don't know, insane renders or animations and all that. You can just have fun with it in your own time by doing like challenges, or as I did yesterday and the day before, like recreating some sort of old project, for example. Just doing stuff like that. Like make projects in Blender still, but like make them fun. So like, or accessible rather. So that people, even if they're not interested in working in 3D themselves, it could still be interesting. That's my goal. I saw someone, I think it was yesterday, the title was, no, I saved it in my Watch Later playlist. It was about someone was putting bass strings of a bass guitar into a piano. And even just the title sounded interesting. Because then you think to yourself, okay, how would a piano with bass strings sound like? And that was one of the inspiring titles that I wanna like get to, like some like ideas that not only interest people that are into the field, but also other like just casual people. I still want to do at least for now, like tutorials, but it shouldn't only be about teaching. It should more be about entertainment. So right now I'm doing a fun video. Like my plan is to do one fun video and one informative video every week. So on Mondays on stream I do some sort of tutorial or explanation or something, and then on Tuesday I do a challenge or a project, a fun project that's like easily done in a day in a stream, or yeah, stuff like that. And then the other 2 days are just rather like either finishing the fun project, what I did yesterday with the room or project for creation, and now on Thursday it's more like chill and just working on the main project and maybe talking about random stuff. Okay, let's see. I think I need to give her some more volume. Like that. I think that's enough. She is quite a big wagon, if you want to call it that. I've never really modeled or sculpted more voluptuous people. More like I stick to more fit or muscular people for now. I think at some point I'm gonna do a study of more voluptuous people, because that's very important. Because I now somewhat know the fat parts and like fat regions in the face, but I'm still kind of I don't know what they look like on the body. Like you have a lot of them in your stomach region, but where exactly and how it forms and how it like droops down and all that, I have no idea. No idea. That's still a topic that's not very explored by me, you could say. Ooh, hello. Small but cool trip. How are you doing? Hope you had a great day. Or maybe your day is just starting. Maybe hope you have a great day. What's the rest of your day, you could say. I'm working on a Resident Evil fan art of the main new villain in the new Resident Evil 8. If you're wondering what I'm doing. It's a villain, like a female big vampire lady. I got inspired to do a fan art. And yep, you can see I'm currently working on the body. Ooh, nice. Also from Lithuania. I have someone else that's also from Lithuania. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it's night for me as well. It's almost 10 p.m. Not gonna spend too much time, but I think that level of definition could even be enough. Maybe we could spread this out some more. You can't really see it in the end because it's like covered with clothing. And I think that's enough. So let's create some hair, I would say. So we have to go back and let's see, how should we do this? So my plan is, for the game, they use hair cards, basically just textures with hairs on them. And I think that's gonna be my plan as well, but to create a layout of the hair on my character, I'm gonna first sculpt out hair, and then I'm gonna what do you call it? I'm gonna put in the hair cards. Yeah, sure. Feel free. Yeah, if you like, you can either watch my live streams or also my videos if you want. If you want to like see more like different content than live content. But feel free to watch whenever. You're always welcome. Some people prefer videos, some people prefer live streams. I, for example, prefer videos. Just because it's it's just more dynamic, if you want to call it that. Like it's more compact, I guess. It's more content in a short amount of time, I would say. So you don't have to wait for something to happen. You know what's gonna happen, and then you can decide whether or not you want to watch it. If you watch the live stream, it's more, I mean, if you know what the content is about, if it's always the same, for example, like a talk show or something, it's different. But if you more, yeah, you too, have a good night, have a good sleep, and a good morning, of course. Thank you for wishing me a good night. Yeah, it's just, I prefer videos over streams, but that's just me. Some people prefer live streams because it's more like interactive and like live. Who would have guessed? Let's see, her forehead, should we? I think we can, I mean, we can't really see her head anyway, so I think we can leave her head size how it is right now. I'm gonna, let's see, maybe we could go down here and just add a little bit more volume, just tiny amount, make it rounder like that, maybe push it up a bit. There you go. Perfect. Okay. This looks pretty good. Save it, and we now sculpt the hair. I think to lay it out, I will should I use curves? Curves are pretty, so I'm debating whether I should sculpt it or use curves, just because it's kind of complex down here, and maybe curves are easier, but I think I'm gonna use, like, I'm gonna sculpt it. The first sculpt I did was pretty rough, just to have a general idea. I want to have more detail now, so I'm gonna do it again. And it'll also make it easier for me to lay out the hair cards. But I need a good reference first. Let's see if there, is there any reference. Of course, she always has the hat on, which is kind of covering most of the hair, but maybe there's one that shows more hair. This one maybe. Okay. Let's use this one. Okay. So let's add this one first. Let's call it actually hair, and then hair rough. Okay. Let's arrange all these things first, or put them in their correct folder or collection so it's easier. What is that? Oh, that's the, wait, hold on. That has to be in geometry. There you go, geometry, nice. That can be deleted. Okay. Let's create some hair. Let's first look at the material preview. Okay, yeah, that looks way better than before. Way, way better. Just these small changes can do so much. Okay, yeah. Looks way better than before. Go back to solid view. Let's actually see the size of the eyeball. Yeah, looks pretty good. You can kind of gauge the size of the eyeball by going from the middle of the top lip and then going over here to the nostril and then just keep going in a straight line to see how big your eyeball should be. So this looks pretty good. So let's go back to solid view and let's create the hair. Let's see, what should we use? I think the easiest one would be a sphere. Oh, I think I'm just gonna use her. What I mean is, I will go in here and select parts of her head, maybe. Actually, let's go back to face select, it's easier to see. And then select one half, then we can mirror the selection. Like that. Maybe this as well. Also, let's just select all of this. And go over here. Just a general shape, because we're going to sculpt it anyway. We're gonna, what do you call it? Remesh it anyway, because then we have more, like, so what I'm gonna do now is say, select mirror, there should be a mirror selection, say extend, and we have both sides. Oh, wait, hold on, what's going on here? Let's select those pieces. I guess it didn't count that as a mirrored like topology, and so it didn't select it, I guess. Okay. Let's then say duplicate, Shift D, and say P separate by selection. And we have our new headpiece. There you go. We can then call that hair sculpt. Apply the multi-res modifier, and if we now hide the body, you can see the eyes and the scalp basically. And we can now use remesh. Now you can't see anything. We have to change the voxel size. Or does that actually work? I'm wondering right now. Because it's like reducing it so much. I think that's just like too much of a hole in here. So what we have to do is maybe just give it some thickness, and then we can work with this. So we go in here and say solidify. Make that bigger. Okay, so we have some weird stuff going on there. Even thickness will destroy everything. Fill. Okay. We could maybe smooth that out in sculpt mode. So let's apply it first. Even thickness. Okay. Let's apply it. And let's go to sculpting. We can just maybe use the smooth brush to smooth these rigid edges. So it's easier to see. I mean, smooth. How we want it to be. No spiky parts like here. Okay, perfect. Now everything is smooth. Perfect. Okay. That looks like a helm, but I think it is in the head. Perfect. We could maybe go back to layout and scale it down just a little bit, so it actually inside of the head. Oh, we have to go to make a new cursor to select it, and then put the pivot point or origin right there, so we can scale it down properly. There you go. Perfect. Now it's inside the scalp. Let's go in here, select the scalp, and go to sculpting. Perfect. Now we can define the hair. Let's actually go back and change the color. we can give it a new shader, call it hair rough or layout. Hair layout, there you go. And then we can change the viewport color, maybe to something dark, because she has black hair, like that. Okay, perfect. Then we can go back to sculpting and you can see now the sculpt is black, or the hair. Now we can separate these two parts better. It's easier to see. First of all, I'm just going to cover here and create her hairline. That's going to be the easiest part. See her side. Okay. Her hair doesn't go too deep down here. Let's actually go ahead and say dynamic topology. We need that because we're gonna need more geometry than what we have right now. And 150, is that too much? Oh, actually it's not. Pretty low. Let's put that to, well, let's keep it at 150 for now. If we do the rough layout, we don't need too much more. Just sculpting to some nice chill music. What else? What else do you want in life? Okay, put this a little bit lower, like that, and then go up here and change the hairline up here. Problem is I can't see her hairline really. Good thing is we're not gonna see it in the end anyway, so we don't have to pay attention too much, but I kind of want to at least get a general correct outlet, like hairline. Okay. Like that. I think that's pretty good. Then go back here and do the same back here. Pull it down. Oh, hello. Get some hair up here as well first, and then we're gonna extend those and create the actual like long hair, or sort of long hair. Her hair isn't that long, which is good. Not too much work then, but it's still kind of curly, which could be annoying, especially when we're gonna work with hair cards. I try to keep my hair cards pretty rough for this one, just because it's gonna be easier then. But maybe, like, usually my hair cards are pretty detailed, which requires me to use more of them because I need more to fill out the whole space I want, so you can't see any skin underneath the hair. And usually I don't have enough thickness in the hair. Usually you use like 2 or 3 hair cards or hair card layers, one for just filling out the hair and removing all the skin you could see through the hair. Next up you use one to give us some more mid-level hair, like strands, I guess, and then you use a third layer for more detailed strands and like deviant strands that make it look more realistic. Okay, I think we're ready to break up the symmetry, which means because she has a asymmetric hairstyle, we have to break up her hair. Symmetry, I mean. Okay, this was pretty good. Now she has short hair. Let's see. Okay, let's go down one a little bit more, like that. Not too much. There you go, perfect. Okay. She looks more like a dude right now. Middle-aged dude. That's what we're working on. I want to adjust one thing real quick. It's kind of bugging me right now. Her bottom lip, I think it's a little bit too far forward. At least on the side. So we can go in here. Maybe we should change the bottom lip. The top lip. Oh. Let me mask this. Like that. I think that's better. Maybe change the bottom lip as well. No, it looks like she has a... Yeah, she has a... Like, now it's actually a middle-aged dude. Looks like Detective Gordon from Batman. Okay. That looks better. Like... Let's go in here and make some... Like that. And then... Perfect. Even give her like full beard. Easy. Now it's we're very progressive. A woman with a beard.
That's kind of crap. I want to do that again.
Perfect. Now it's a dude and reset. And now it could be both. Okay. Yeah, I think it fixed it a little bit. So, onto the hair. Oh, sculpting. There you go. Okay. Let's see. So you have this. So this side is pretty flat. Everything is like pulled back on this side, and then you have this puffiness on this side, and then also starting from right here somewhere. So let's put that in. Let's remove, or actually enable dynamic topology again and remove symmetry. We do not need symmetry. What we need is some more geometry down here. Goes pretty deep actually, so we have to pull out some more down here. Okay, that should work for now. Making this puffier. Come on, give me more puffiness. We need more volume down here. Put the strength to full speed. Just trying to add more. And making it still pretty rough, but it's because it's just a layout, not really the final look. It'll help us to create the final look, but it's not the final look, so we can be quite free in our at least brush strokes. Can be even deeper, so let's put it deeper. Her hair is like down to her neck almost, not that long, but almost. So we need more. I think that should be good now. Now let's add some randomness to it. Like that. Me saying like gave me like brought back my memories of playing Mario Kart on the not 3DS, but the first Nintendo DS that ever came out. Nintendo Super Mario DS was I played that so much because it was just seemed like back then they didn't really care about balance. Like you could make a car that was super slow but super okay, so they haven't really like the difference in performance wasn't that noticeable, but the difference in weight was so crazy. So you could make use Bowser or Donkey Kong, and then use one of their cars, which is like a huge truck or like a huge claw that looks like Bowser's foot, and you have like max weight, and then you can drive against, I don't know, what do you call them? Toad or the Bone Dude, the small one, the Koopa that's dead basically, and you could they're so light, and then if they use a light car, and then you can even increase, if you then ram someone with a heavy car, you ram them and they fly so far. So if you then combine that with the mushrooms, you can ambush people. For example, on the Star Rainbow Road, you can there's almost no safety because it's all just one plane where you drive on, and you can always fall down, and you could just use your mushrooms and then ambush people by going behind them, and then use your mushroom, because the mushroom increases the amount of bumpiness, I guess, or slams them back even more. So then you could you have on the 2D, I mean Nintendo DS, you have two screens, and the top one is used for driving because you can see your 3D view, and the bottom one is more like a map, so you can see a 2D view of not only the map but also the icons of every racer. Then you could see if you ram someone with a mushroom, you could see this is the road, and then they just fly 10-50 meters away, and you can't even see them on the map anymore. That was so fun back then, because I would always just use the heaviest dudes like Bowser or Donkey Kong, and then just ram everyone. Also, the biggest there was one thing that happened right when I got it, the game, and which was there was this map where you could it was like a highway on hills, so you were constantly driving on a street with buses and cars driving on it, and you had to dodge them basically. And I think the night I got the game, there was one scenario where I think Peach or someone got hit by a blue shell or by a bomb, I don't know anymore. She or the character flew into the air, and then right after her there was a bus that came and drove under her, so she landed on the bus, and I don't know what happened then because I then went faster. But I was kind of curious if I could replicate that, but I think I've never was able to do it. And I kind of was curious what would happen if you like land on a bus. Because usually if you ram a car, you like do these backflips, or like you get hit by, like if you get hit by a red shell, for example. So I wonder what would happen if you land on them. I guess you would just fall to the side. But I've never gotten that. Was never able to replicate that. Okay, on this side we have more volume up here. Way more, way more. Also up here more. Starts pretty high. Goes more to the front as well. First I'm gonna add volume, and then we're gonna add detail and more structure. Okay, let's pull some strings down here. Not too much though. Like that maybe. Okay, do it one more time. Actually, we can do it a few more times. Let's see, we want one over here. Like that maybe? Okay. Yeah, I think the console I used most, I had an Xbox, I had a PlayStation, I also had like PlayStation 2, I think it was, like an Xbox 360, and my DS, multiple versions. Like I had the first DS that I at some point broke in half, or like the two pieces weren't connected anymore, but the cable from one side to the other was still there, so like was stuck together. It was still usable, but you couldn't really, like, the main function of closing it wasn't really an option anymore. So at some point I got a new one. I think I got the Lite. And then at some point I was so, like, of course I was young, so I thought to myself, dude, I want to have a newer version, because new equals better, of course. I bought the Nintendo, the last version of the like non-3D version of Nintendo DS. I don't know what it was called. The coolest part of that one was that you had a animation program where you could do stop motion animations, which was pretty cool. And then at some point, just a few months, I think later, the 3DS came out. Then one of my friends had it. He showed me what it looked like, and I was like, oh dude, I gotta have the 3DS now. So I bought the 3DS. Now I have like 4 different DSs, no, 5 actually, because then at some point there was another 3DS, I think, that was improved. But I don't even know if I got that one, or if I still have the original 3DS. I can't remember. But I think the 3DS is the console that I use the most. Especially because I have like just single games that I spend like 800 hours or so on. I think the most played game was Monster Hunter. Multiple games. I think the highest playtime on 3 Ultimate, I think it was 600 hours, I think, and then 400 more in the next part, and then I think 100 more or so on the third part, or third part, can you call it that? I guess. Yeah. Then also like Mario Kart or all the other games I had. So 3DS was basically the main boy of my gaming endeavor. But I also played quite a few Xbox games on my Xbox 360. I never really used my PlayStation that much. I never really had good games on it. I had more Xbox games, and then if you stick to one console, why would you buy like a game from a different console, except it's like an exclusive. So let's add a little bit more detail to this. Not too much though. Just trying to get the layout right. Trying to get the main shapes in here, as always, because then that can guide me in positioning the hair cards. Okay, let's add some more hair up here, because there's not just a flat, like the hair isn't that flat, because pulling all that back will add some volume to the side as well. Well, let's add some volume up here. We need a different reference. Okay. So what we have here is first, these ones are pulled back. So it overlaps the ear a little bit. And then they all fall down there. And then we also have these ones from up top. Of course, we have them up here as well. A few of them fall down to this side. And the other half falls down to this side. Which then goes back here. Overlaps the side hair. And goes down to these curly hairs. Which is where most of the hair is. So, look at that. We definitely need a little bit more volume. And it looks way better already. We still need a little bit more because there's so much hair here. We can't really see it in the end, but I still want to pay attention to it because sometimes even stuff you don't see affects how the end result looks like, even if it's just like passively a part of the final look. Okay. We can also determine the flow a little bit. For example, we can say, okay, the hairs up here come down and fall down here. These ones fall and go underneath the other hair. Put in some sharper cuts. We can also increase the resolution maybe to 200. So we can put in some finer detail. Just a little bit finer, not too much. Go in here. Add some creases and lines like that. Perfect. Okay. Next up in here, get this curve in there. I'm not really too worried right now about how the flow looks like, but I'm trying to, like, on this side I kind of have to think for myself. I have no reference for this part, which makes it kind of hard to actually put in good form. But I think this is enough to then use in the end. We're trying to make it curly, because that's what we're about on this piece here. Curly hair down here. Maybe make it a little bit stronger so we can put in more strong lines. Okay, see, looks way better already. This doesn't have to be this strict. It's pretty even, so we don't need these deep cuts. But they help us see the flow of the hair. Let's go over here, put in some more curls. That's okay. Maybe like the S shape as well. Okay. Still pretty loose, just improvising. No reference for the back of her hair. Actually, do I have reference? A little bit. Okay. So we have some reference. Not too good though, but better than nothing. I remember playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate with my friends, like doing a sleepover at one of my friends. It was like a planned thing every weekend. We would meet there and then play from like after school all the way through the night, maybe to like 5 AM or so, and then go to sleep. Or maybe not like 2 AM. And it still took us so long to finish the game because it's just so big. So crazy. And I even had like 2 single player accounts, or like what do you call it? Not accounts, but save states, I guess, where I only played single player. I think on one of them I played through the end game solo, and then the other one I think I played more ranged because I wanted to try that as well. Put in some flow lines in here just to determine the general flow. Pretty loose, but it does what it should be doing. Showing us how the hair flows. That's all we want from it. It's crazy how I still see stuff or like learn stuff in Blender, like techniques or something that nobody's talked about yet. Like adding atmosphere to a scene. I've seen the technique of using volume, but I've never seen the technique of adding particles as well. That's one thing I added to my recreation of that old 2-year-old project. I added these dust particles in the air, which you can see reflecting in the light that's like the ceiling lamps. You can just see these small flying strings in the air. I think that just adds a little bit more realism to it. Also the tea leaves in the tea, just a little bit more detail that can really help sell the overall effect. Because usually you have these small little particles in your tea. It's not really filtered perfectly. So just adding those can really add some more realism. Of course, also you can add stuff like smoke, because it's still hot or something. But that's, I think, harder than just adding these particles, because they're so easy to set up. I could just set up like a whole dust particle system in a few minutes. And that would be it. Like, nothing more. And you can even decide how your particles should look like. So it's so dynamic and so useful, and I've never seen a tutorial for it, which is kind of surprising. Because usually you, like, there are quite a few like tutorial channels that tell you about different techniques or ways of creating different objects, but I've never seen like, I've seen the one with the volume node, but adding the particles as well, I've never seen that. So that's why I recorded a video myself, which is hopefully gonna be up next week. I think I recorded 2 tutorials so far that aren't edited yet, and they shouldn't take too long. They should be around 15 minutes long. I would guess the video I'm editing right now, I'm still gonna need like 3 hours. Then I can do another one which will maybe take like another 4 hours or so, and then, or maybe a little bit longer. Good thing I have 2 days to edit. Usually I can do 1 video a day, but because I worked on one of the videos over the week, I have quite a bit already done. Like, a bit is already, like half of it is already edited, which is very helpful. So also, it's kind of weird how I mean, I guess that's just because of the frequency of the uploads, or like live streams. I stream on YouTube as well, and which means I upload basically a video or a live stream every day. And on my videos channel, I just upload videos, I guess. Yeah. 2 a week, at least for the last 2 weeks, I guess. And it's weird. So I think I can kind of predict with my live stream channel how my video channel will perform, because with my live stream channel usually all the videos like less than, I guess, 5 to 20 views, and one of those, like one of the videos had like almost 90 views. I guess that was just because of the title. I talked about that before today, and it's like weird. So I guess if you can, like, that one was basically like getting picked up by the recommendations, I guess. And if that would have been a good video. I think that would be good for my videos channel. And I guess just doing videos, and at some point you're gonna like get one of those videos that just gets you like way more views than you would have gotten usually, which will probably be really good in the beginning. That's also why my my live stream channel has more subscribers. Like there's a new video every day, or like live stream. Okay. I think I'm gonna add her hat as well, just to see what it looks like. Maybe make this less shiny with the Rough Messiah. Like that, maybe 0.8. Okay. Seems like... Okay. Seems like the frames are going down, or not. Maybe I should just not look at them. At least I'm not playing games or streaming games, because then, like, I'm streaming with 30 FPS right now, and my internet, as you can see, isn't the best, so it's not that impactful when it goes down, or when you like drop a few frames, because it's just, well, there's not that much going on the screen, and it's easier to like ignore than if you're watching like some CSGO or like some shooter game that's high octane, a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Let's start with her hat. Just put a rough layout in here. Also, you have to tilt it a bit to the side. Okay. This should be okay. Now we can go in here and everything's selected. Extrude and scale it out. We can then adjust the shape. Actually, is it round or is it it's actually pretty big? Okay. This should be a good shape. I mean, size. Let's adjust the shape just a little bit oval like that. Let's add 2 cuts, let's say. Then we use proportional editing. Actually, before we do that, we have to pull it down. Oh, hold on. Now. Like that. And then we can use proportional editing and adjust the shape a little bit more. So for example, up here, we can pull it up. This side is lower. Let's see the other side. Okay, that's a better view. Okay. Now down here is pretty low, just this small piece. Then we have a little bit lower down here, and then we have this bump up right there. then it's pretty low down here as well. Okay, perfect. We can then just add some thickness to it, make it smooth as well, solidify, change the offset to up. Maybe actually let's remove flat. Let's remove the smoothness. We could actually go in here. Let's hide this real quick. Actually, no, we can keep it like that. We don't have to put in too much detail. It's just a layout. We then use solidify. Oh no. Okay. And we use... Go back in. Hide it one more time. Select this ring and extrude it up. Make it small. Oh. Make it smaller. Not too much though. Let's add a cut right there. Okay. More like that. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's put in a good old grid fill. Oh, what? Okay, let's rotate it. I think that's pretty okay. We can then go ahead and select this face and pull it up using maybe sphere as our preset, just to get this a little bit rounder like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see her. I mean, like, you can recognize her now a little bit better, but she's still missing stuff like her eyelashes and the dress and all that. So that's still a big part that's missing. Let's save. And let's remove her hat. Hat layout. So I think this is a good spot to end it, because now we would go to the next step, which is creating the hair cards and then use them to finish the hair. Also, we can add the eyelashes using hair particles. Although I don't know if we should use hair particles. Maybe we should use hair cards as well, because we can rig them easier. And then actually we could try using hair particles and see how that works in terms of animation or rigging. We finished her body today, and also her face, which puts us in a good spot. Actually, I'm quite like, it's probably gonna take a while until we're done, but that's the spirit of the long-term project. So seeing what we've like managed to do today, I'm kind of torn between actually continuing this or moving, or like pausing this one and working on my second project. I think I'm gonna have to think about it. Let's save it one more time, and yep, that's gonna be all for today. I hope my internet isn't too or wasn't too crazy. Looks like it's like being in the standard region in terms of drop frames, so it's not too bad. Screen quality is good, it says, so I guess I have to believe it. So I guess that's gonna be it for today. See some sick tricks. Okay, so that's what we've done today. Next week, tomorrow there's no stream. Tomorrow there's a chill day for me. Next week we're gonna do, I'm gonna think about what we're gonna do. Monday, of course, something helpful like a tutorial. Tuesday, a challenge or like a short-term project. And then the next 2 days, either finishing on the short-term project or working on this for my second project. Let's see. You can also expect some videos next week, most definitely. Yeah, one of them is going to be a long-awaited or long, like it has been long since I've recorded it, so it's kind of nice to finally finish it. The other ones are either fun or informative, so I'm kind of excited to work on them and put them out. That's gonna be it for today. Let's save it real quick, and yeah, hope you had fun, hope you enjoyed the stream, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You're awesome, and thank you for coming by, and hopefully I'll see you next time. So until then,